Hello, everybody. Jim Malone here with Dallas Trading Floor. It is Wednesday, and I was doing some screening of some stocks, and I wanted to find cheap stocks that had very, very high relative strengths. And I came up with 3 stocks that you might be interested in. For disclosure purposes, I do own one of these stocks, and I'll talk to you on that in just a second. When I was doing my screening, I came up with 3 stocks under $10 a share that have a perfect relative strength. It's relative strength of 99. And why is relative strength so important? Well, we want to be in the stocks that have the highest relative strength against the rest of the market. So as the market moves up, the stocks with the higher relative strengths will move up faster than the other ones. And I was able to come up with 3 stocks below $10 with this very, very high 99 relative strength. As a matter of fact, it's the highest relative strength currently. When I did my screening, I came up with these 6 stocks. Now, I'm only going to talk about 3 of them, primarily because I want to see ones that have positive price change. And this other one here, this Enter, is interesting because it's kind of like the PayPal of Brazil, and a very interesting stock here. But you'll notice these all have a composite rating of 99 all the way down. Now, the only stock that also has an EPS rating of 99, this is earnings, and a relative strength of 97 is the one that I do own. That's Harmony Gold Miners. Very interesting stock here, but I want to show you these other 2 as well. So let's take a look first at the biotech stock that I was able to find. ADMA Biologics basically manufactures specialty plasma-based biologics for the treatment and prevention of infectious disease. Now, it's interesting because they take the blood and then they remanufacture it essentially for these therapeutics. Very interesting chart, as you can see, staying all the way back here in 22. It's always been above the 50-day line, and then until it did drop a little bit in September of 23, came down. This is the weekly chart, and then it stayed right above the 50-day line for all this time. So very, very strong. Now, it has a relative strength rating of 95 on this chart. There's a little bit of a disparity between the screen, and there's some reasons for that. It has to do with averaging, but very strong. Also, you'll notice the golden cross where the 50-day line, the 50-day line move. The 10-week line moves above the 50-week line. This is a very positive sign here. It's come all the way up. It did test right here in March, and then it has been up, and then it's tested again. Now, why is this significant? Well, it's tested once, it's tested twice, and you can see it's moving right up this 10-week moving average, and it did bounce off the 10-week moving average. So I do expect this to move higher. Also, you'll notice composite rating, of course, very, very high here, and it does very much stack up with the best of the best in the biologics area. The second area I'd like to talk about are the mining stocks. And in this area, I was able to find this Harmony Gold Mining. It's a South African gold miner, and I do think it's really strong in terms of its stats, and here they are. Now, we're looking at the daily chart, but you'll notice that it's come up above $7. This is interesting because, of course, this is the 10-week moving average, and you can see it's very much above that, trending very nicely. But what's really significant about this is the relative strength line, and you'll notice it's going right up, and it's at 97. We're starting to see some interest come into this. Very cheap stock, but the reason it's a cheap stock isn't because normally the reason it's cheap stock is because it's not that good, but I think that part of the thing with Harmony Gold Mining is the fact that it's a South African company, and it's denominated in Rand, and Rand right now is the most undervalued currency probably of the major currencies in the world. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Not only are you getting the rise in the price of gold, but you're also getting the potential bounce from the currency because the South African Rand is weak against the other currencies in the world, but the company itself is very significant. Harmony basically operates in 3 areas. South Africa, of course, that's its home base. It's got 8 underground mines there, primarily in the Johannesburg area. Very interesting as well. And also operates in Australia, which is good because part of the problem with operating in South Africa, of course, are the political risks that you have in South Africa. But it operates 8 mines in South Africa, and then it operates in Australia. Now, what they did is they didn't create a mine here. They acquired a copper mine. Now, interestingly enough, 2 of the things that are moving higher are gold and copper, and they typically are found in the same in the same formations. Also, Papua New Guinea. This is also an area where they have some very, very large mines as well. So, interesting things there. Now, interestingly enough, gold is now over $2,000 an ounce, which is very bullish for it looks like the price of gold. It may double, who knows? And you'll notice that, of course, this is in Rand, but the price of gold is moving up. So the gold miners typically will probably benefit the most. And this is one of the strongest that I've seen. Now for the third stock, this is Enter, INTR. It's a very interesting thing. This is a PayPal-like stock, interestingly, that is connected to a bank. It's based in Brazil, and that market has been seeing tremendous growth. Looking at their website, they have 30 million clients in Brazil, and this is significant because with the development of the fintech industry in Brazil, you're going to see more and more of the transactions go from being cash to being electronic, and this Enter and Company is very, very well positioned to take advantage of it. They have what they call Super App, and it's a PayPal-like thing that is a PayPal-like app that is on the phones that allows transfer of money between customers and to pay bills, and so it looks very, very strong. I don't own this one, but I'm watching it very, very closely. As you can see, this is the daily chart here. Enter has come down, and it has bounced once off of the 10-day moving average, moved up to 6. This is in dollars. And then it has moved down, and it looks like it may get another bounce. Now, part of the reason I am not in this stock right now is because it has resistance right here at 6, and currently it's at 564. So watching on this one, I don't own it yet, but very high relative strength line, 96, but it has started to come back down. If we can get a reversal here above 6, then I think this one might be a very, very good potential. So to reiterate the stocks that are under $10 that have a high relative strength, first is ADMA. This is ADMA Biologics. This is a biological stock, but they do have patents and they do have revenue, so that's a good thing. They're up today about 12 cents or about 2%. Harmony Gold Mining, this is the one that I own. It's an ADR, of course, because it is actually traded on the Johannesburg Exchange with the American Depository Receipts trading in New York under the symbol HMY. That one was up almost 4.44%, and we're not even closed for the day yet. It's up significantly. I do own this one. I do think that now that it has passed beyond $9 a share, that is very bullish, and that seems to be a level that if it moves through it, it probably will move higher. Again, a lot of volume coming into this one, 24% above normal, 4.4%, and this is the one I do own. And then the third one, very interesting, I don't own this one, INTR. This one is a PayPal-like company in Brazil that's backed by a bank, so very interesting as well. But here are 3 stocks under $10 that have high relative strength for April 11th, 2024. Please remember that any stock investments are risky, and you can lose 100% of your money, so be very careful here. Please remember this article is only for educational purposes, and remember to always do your own due diligence and consult with your financial advisor before making any financial decisions.